Here's the HaShulchan Yeridea Siman Chav Zayin Sif Zayin to Siman Chav Ches Sif Aleph. And this is Supplemental Day 135 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Zayin. Customer tour. Tour writes, Kol Shenifso B'Shchita, anytime it's supposed to Psul happens in the Shchita, I raise in the Balaam in the Balaam. Kol Shenishcha Taroi, anytime something is shechet properly, P'tav Achar going to the Apostles, something else causes it to become possible, I raise a Treifa. That's a Treifa. Nishbar Mir Pekes, if the backbone was broken, V'roba Sarima, would give most of the flesh, the Velas and the Vela Kanashon. Ben Derech to the Skid Varim Shein Nogim Bismanazet. Normally, the Torah doesn't mention things which are not relevant to our day and age. But Achila ain't Chila ben Treva in the Bela. In terms of eating, there's no difference in the Bela Treva. They're both awesome. Yesh Nafkamina says the Nafkamina Lina also best but no. In terms of whether you can check the parent or offspring on that day. The Bela Mutter. If this sheet is in the Bela, then you can check the Oso or the Beno on the same day. But Trefa also. The Trefa it's also because the Shchita is about Shchita. It's Matzah the Trefa. Me Torah Stabela. Kosh Kasam Simativ Tezain, like we said previously. Linear push, it's the back brings it down. Linear push Adal Elkai. Linear Masha Amad the Mutzah Lachil Akum. So there's not enough Kimia. There was given to eat to a non-Jew. Mash Nechem Me'abeim, that which is cut from the animal Acha Shchita, but after the Shchita, but then is what's still flailing around. B'yanam Sib Dao, we explain Sib Dao, that she stopped with Shchita, it became the veil of Shchita, also you're not allowed to give it to him, because it's still not fully dead. If it's a treifa sheshachta, then it's okay because it's considered to be dead from after the shechita. The cause of a Torah now come came out in the Bela Treifa. So for that purpose, the Torah wrote to define what's a Bela, what's a Treifa. And that which he singled out where the backbone is broken. There are other types of Belas in the Shas, come Gistera, like the Gistera where most of the rib cage is broken. Because the dog, he ripped it open from the back like a fish. Etc. This is because in all these cases, where it becomes nevela, the life force is immediately severed, and there's no nafkamina for this halacha. But if the backbone is broken, most of the flesh with it, it's still alive. Just like shortly immediately after shchita. Now that's a cut from it to give to a non-Jew because of the intent. That's what this halacha is, so we should know it. Came Tumas Nevelos. But it's so difficult because since it's metame to the surveillance, the moment you did this procedure to it, so it seems it's considered dead. Even flailing around. Which Rashi said, like Rashi says, everyone wants to say the exact opposite. The Kabbalah said two means to say the Bishanishbra Mifrekas Robasar when the backbone is broken, there was the majority of its flesh. Mutalach allowed to cut from it and give it to a non-Jew. Even though it's flailing around, they should nevela because it's in a velo. Kamesa dam is as if it's dead. And on the base, they have to write this down. It's a whole different shot now. The Kiddush is that even if it's by it's a mefarches, it's considered dead. It's supposed to be unavailable where it's they don't flail around. Not that it's not dead, and not flail around. She took away the diamonds. Obviously, they're like that. But some say the ozin avela. It's only if the spinal column has also been severed, not just the backbone. That's a vela. And vela, not if this the spinal cord, I should say, is not severed. It's not a vela. There's a Taz and his brother. It says here, and there are those who argue about this. The halachas of covering the blood by a non-domesticated animal and by a bird. Of mitzvah say the rights of we shecht a chaya, a non-domesticated animal, such as a deer, such like, or a bird. L'chas is done to cover their blood with dirt. When you slaughter a domesticated animal, see Parshas Achrimos says Parshas Achrimos ish basis of a gomer asher yochal kodam. Any person from the house of Israel etc. eats any blood. Sali panai v'gomer. I'm going to turn my countenance against that person. etc. V'chrati osam b'kerev amon, going to eradicate it from amongst its nation. Ki nefesh ha'basar b'damu, because the soul of the flesh is in the blood. V'yisaz lechem ha'mizbech, and I gave it to the mizbech to put on top of the altar. Chapel nafsho sechet, to atone for your souls. Gomer, etc. V'ish ishim ne'yisrael, and for a Jew asher yatzu tzei chaya of, who traps a chaya or an oaf, asher yachel, who would say allowed to eat, v'shavach as damo, which is its blood, v'chiso b'afar, covered with dirt. Ki nevish kol basar, the woman have show, because of the soul of every the flesh of every the soul of every flesh, the moment have show, it's blood in his soul. Because of Almighty soul, he said Jewish people, lo dam lo kol basar lo tochelu. Meat of any flesh you should not eat. V'chomer. Biurei psukim nearly. So what does the psukim mean to say? So it says HaShulchan that Torah also dam. We say Torah forbade blood. And then that's the time that gives a reason. Because the blood is meant for the altar for atonement. But time is eksiv gam b'chelev parshas Vayikra. So it says by the Isra of chelev. See kol chelev laHashem. All chelev belongs to God. V'chomer. Kol chelev v'chol dam los chelev. Any chelev or blood, the written fats or blood you should not eat. In Parshat Tzav, also in Parshat Tzav, it says ki kol chelev. Somebody eats chelev mina behema asher yakri meir korban Hashem, with the animal which should be a korban. The korban looks like behemoths. Well, for korbanos, only behemoths are legit. Low chayos, okay, do it not chayos. Come oivas eneksher, oivas eneksher makatayim neviyon. Even by birth, now what the kosher are turtle doves and pigeons, or pigeons and turtle doves. The Lord and the chayv is only also rak behemoths, only by animals. Lo b'chayos, not by non-domesticated animals and by birds. For Yisrael, I might say the gam b'dam kenu. Also, with blood should be the same thing. Shoyos rak dam behemoths, only the blood of behemoths is also. That's what it said. The Torah said specifically, anybody who traps an animal, a chaya, or for a bird. But Shabbos Namo, you have to spill its blood so far and cover it with dirt. Klomar, and he misavel kol kasos dam chaya v'of. Command you to cover the blood of the chaya and oaf. For sim b'chila, now I'll eat them. Taki nevish kol basar v'gomer leban v'yisod dam kol basar also chelu. It's explicit. Nevish kol basar. Don't eat the blood, the flesh. Lo kechelev shein also ela shel behemoths. It's like chelev, which only also that of animals, domesticated animals. But by blood it asks you from all flesh, from any chelev as well, from chayos as well. Medrash Reish is parashas Chabes. Those the time mitzvahs kisui. They gave a mitzvah kisadam. Yeshar chayos for opas atoirim, because kosher chayos and opas kabru as hevel, covered hevel, buried hevel. Did you know that? I did not know that. The Vila Nasa Makadosh Baruch Hu shechasu dama. Baruch never gave him a gift all the time that their blood should be covered. Okay, very cool. Okay, and that's it for today.